Today is Chaf Sivan. I didn't want to lose out on this day. It's a day that many people don't know, but designated as a day of commemorating a lot of the tragedies that happened for Klal Yisrael, the Jewish people, specifically in the history of the 1100s, 1200s, 1300s, the 1700s, beginning with the what's called Masa'ot HaTzlav of the Crusades, where the initial intent of the Christians, based on the directions of the popes of that time, were to go and capture back the land of Israel from the Muslims. But ended up that wasn't the only plan that they had in mind, and on the way they would kill masses of Jewish people, spilling blood. Many of there's actual slichos that are designated for Kaf Sivan. So if you didn't say slichos today, it's definitely a time to think and really beg the Rabbi Daniel. We're still in Galus, as beautiful as the day could be, and we all know that any tzaras that exist today is because we're still waiting for the Shechina that's in Galus to be redeemed, and the only ones that could do that is us. We have Gusman Zichron Livracha also in his incredible descriptions, and he used to share with the Talmidim some, just a little bit, of what was going on when he was running away from the Nazis, and it's absolutely angelic for a person like him, and for many Jews that were able to survive. And one of the most amazing things that Rav Gusman said, he said there was not a second that he ever lost emunah in the Borei Olam, and that's something incredible. I don't think we could ever imagine ourselves being in such a test today. If something's already not going wrong, already turning to the Rabbi and saying, where's God? Somehow, these people were so, the concept of the creator of the universe, the emunah, that there's a Borei Olam and everything has a purpose, and it's all going to be, in 1 second, explained. In fact, one of the stories that he relates is that there was, I think it was someone that came to Rav Shimon Shkop, because he was Rav Gusman's Rebbe. Rav Shimon Shkop was also known as a tremendous Baal Hashkafa, and he came to him and started asking him questions, and it got to a point where Rav Shimon Shkop said, that question, you have two choices. You could get the answer, but you're going to have to be in the next world already, and therefore it's probably better if you don't ask the questions. The meaning to say that the biggest questions that we have, not all questions can be answered. Holocaust, the tragedies of Tach and Tat, Gzeros Tach and Tat, which were in the 1700s, many things that are inconceivable, and for us to try to explain is something that the Chasam Sofer says, V'ra'isa es achoirai uponai lo'iro. It says when Moshe Rabbeinu asked to see the Rabbeinu Shem, so Hashem said, no problem, but you can't see my front, you can only see my back. So of course, it's not something physical. So Chasam Sofer says that Moshe Rabbeinu, as many Mefarshim explain, was asking the biggest question, Tzadik v'ra'aloi, how is it possible that the righteous people are suffering and the Rashayim are prospering? And God said, to see from the front you can't. Me'achoirai means when you look in retrospect, that's the only way you can be able to see, even Moshe Rabbeinu. And therefore we should be zeichetaka, we should dafen, especially today, that there should be no more blood spilled, and we shouldn't have to go into any more tragedies, and we should see Mashiach Tzidkeinu b'mehera b'yameinu. Hatzlacha.